Charlie.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Walrus here. Thanks for tuning in and thanks for subscribing. So before I begin to break this class down, I'd like to point out that it is extremely challenging to use, but also extremely fun when used successfully. For me, it's very rewarding to play the flags in domination aggressively, knowing that in quite a few situations I'm outmatched by somebody using an ACR, MP7, PP90, or a SCAR while I'm using this class, and still end up taking or holding the objective. This class will definitely challenge you, but again, the payoff and the fun factor is well worth it. So let's go ahead and begin with the primary. We got the KSG, and in my opinion, the damage and range proficiencies are simply overrated. And what I have found, and call me crazy, but try it for yourself, you'll see what I'm talking about. If you put the silencer attachment on this weapon, first of all, you don't sacrifice any range at all. And second of all, if you use the melee proficiency, I have found, in my experience, I found this to be the most consistent one-hit kill shotgun that's available. And rate of fire does kind of suck because it's a pump action, but it does feel really good to just go from one enemy to another enemy to another enemy, racking up 3 or 4 kills in a row just using 3 or 4 bullets from the hip. This is a lot of fun to use. The next thing that we're going to talk about is the RPG. So sometimes I feel like the guys that were developing the RPG, you know, they said to themselves, let's make this RPG as effective as a rubberized dildo bazooka blaster because of the amount of hit markers you get with this thing and the ridiculous flight pattern it has at medium to long range. However, it does feel pretty good to RPG drop shot somebody and then lob some C4 to clean up the other 2 or 3 guys that are trying to take B from your team. And that brings us to our equipment. Now, the equipment that we're using in the secondary and even the primary really makes this first tier perk recon when it's pro'd out shine. And getting back to the equipment, C4 I think is the hands down the best lethal piece of equipment for domination. I mean, you put the C4 down on a flag, run around, patrol another area, or go try to cap it on their flag, and if you see that flag flashing, then you just double tap X and your problem is solved. You add another point to your streak. But the concussion grenade, C4, RPG, really designed to make recon, and which is in my opinion the strongest and best perk in this entire game, especially if you're playing with focused effort, you're playing with a coordinated team, and you guys are all using recon. It's pro'd out. I mean, you're unstoppable with this perk. And I think sleight of hand, blind eye, those are great too, but this hands down is the best team perk to use, just no doubt about it. The second perk that we're using is Assassin. I mean, you're pretty much most of the time when you're running around the map, I mean, common sense has to come into play and you got to go back to basics. You can't, with this class, you can't be in the middle of the map. I mean, if you are, you're dead. You have to play the flank of the map. You have to move around, get behind the enemy team, and to get an advantage. And not having to worry so much about a UAV or a counter UAV or advanced UAV that goes up. I'm pretty sure this Assassin Pro negates the advanced UAV, but I'm not 100% pretty sure it does. But anyway, not having to worry about the UAV or anything, any radar. It just, it makes it a little bit easier to use, a little bit nicer to use, because like I said, it is challenging. And Steady Aim is the third tier perk that we're using. This perk can make the difference between you adding a point to your streak or you becoming somebody else's point on their streak, because when you're running with this class on, having that slight advantage of having your weapon ready just a little bit quicker than the individual that you're engaging up close and personal really makes a big difference. So that's what I would recommend. Kill streaks that I've selected, for the most part, just standard 3, 5, and 7, but you can bump them up if you'd like. Anyway, let's go ahead and take just a quick look at exactly. I'm going to break something down for you guys right here, and this is exactly what I'm talking about. So this clip is a perfect example of how effective recon is when you pair it up with explosives. Now I barely get to cover here, lob a concussion grenade, and because I'm using recon, I know exactly how to handle this engagement. So what am I going to do? I mean, this guy's just sitting there waiting for me. I'm definitely not going to win this engagement with the KSG. I'm probably not going to win it with the RPG, but I definitely am going to win it with the C4. And that is a lot of fun right there. So that is going to wrap up the video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Liking, favoriting, and sharing my videos on Twitter is always encouraged, and if you do that, I thank you so much for it. More content is on the way from me, and just enjoy this last little clip of me running around with the rocket scientist class. Hopefully you guys give it a try. It is something different, and it is challenging, but at the same time, it is also a lot of fun. So thanks a lot again, you guys, and I will talk to you later.